Right now.
Are you gonna stand behind me? No, no. I can't concentrate. No. Over.
I just have to control the mic. So.
It's game day. Welcome to our second annual Community Unity BBQ here at Kennedy Park. I'm very excited to be sharing this beautiful day with you all. This is my second year planning the event. I've corresponded with many of the organizations and agencies that are here today, and I outreach to folks in my community throughout this planning event. And I have continuously asked community members, what does community mean to you? For myself, I think of this meaning often and my profound, unwavering love for my hometown, Lewiston. My name is Melissa Dunn. I live in Lewiston's downtown, and I'm a community organizer, educator, and advocate. I was born and raised in Lewiston. I grew up in poverty in a white privileged household where my identity was shamed and hidden from me. I experienced trauma as a youth, of abuse in all forms. Being a poor queer brown person being poor queer person, brown in color, with wild thick hair, I had often faced trauma, racial inequality, prejudice, and mistreatment by being abused by my peers and teachers at school, even doctors, and even law enforcement, which only added to my confusion of exactly who I was. Instead of being able to get connected to supportive services, I was labeled and ignored. My experience led me to be suspended frequently from school, not receiving adequate education, getting arrested, being convicted of a crime without fair representation, exploiting my own body, and coping with trauma by turning to drugs and alcohol. At the age of 21, I knew I needed to rely on community resources here next to me and find purpose to turn my life around. It first began with health care, food, housing, and resources. Healing, it's a long process. Self-love is a grueling process. Growth, it is a beginning. The power of personal testimony is that we own our stories. I create my own narrative. No one can take my story and empowerment from me. But so many have tried to use it against me, shame me, or hide certain aspects of my story they wanted to keep quiet. Don't ever let anyone tell you or make you feel ashamed of yourself for who you are, or try to erase your past, or even use your past against you. I worked in partnership with Michael Peterson and Doug Lane, connecting organizations and agencies and passing out flyers. They both could not join me today because, as many in our community often face, they were told they could not speak publicly at today's event for past mistakes they've made. I call upon recognition of Michael and Doug for their efforts and dedication in the planning of today's event, because they made today happen. What community means to me is unity. We are people with pasts who triumph above the cards we have been dealt. We are people who need not to be put in a box, restricted from growth and love. We need not be stigmatized nor stereotyped, and we certainly need not be used as political pawns. Community Unity BBQ was created by people just like me. Today is about being in the moment, forming authentic relationships, building trust, believing in people, creating opportunity for folks to lead, supporting and loving one another, no matter their identities. Many organizations here today tabling are here because they genuinely care and they want to help people. They fight to combat labels and celebrate identities and bridge cultural differences. They fight for juvenile justice, racial justice, gender justice, and health care. They fight for all of us. Maine People's Alliance, you're in a centralized area of folks who are the perfect image, who, like humans, make mistakes, who have learned and grown from our experiences. Do not silence my people. Do not disinvite us to the table on issues that we are affected by. Do not hide us from legislators, and do not exclude us. Maine People's Alliance, do not forget, you are in our house. Folks, I encourage you to meet with folks that are tabling today, to connect with resources that will help you, that help support you, that offer sliding scales if you make no income. We also want to make housekeeping notation out there. If you're seeing trash on the ground, please be kind to pick it up and throw it in the bins. We want to make sure that the Community Unity Barbecue continues for the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.